Good morning, students.
Good morning.
Morning, Miss.
How are you all doing today? Are you doing good?
I'm great, Miss. How about
I'm
you?
very well.
I'm great too. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Okay, so before we start our discussion for today, let's check our presence list first. Is everyone present today? Is there anyone absent?
I think no, ma'am.
All right. So thank you for answering. Anyway, you are going to sign the presence list by yourself. So don't forget to check the summary before or by the end of our class because I will close the presence list once the class is over. Don't forget, yeah? All right, before we get into today's topic, is there anyone here who would like to ask about our previous topic? Is there anything you do not understand yet?
No, Miss. Everything is clear.
Yes, Miss. All clear.
Okay, good. So today we will learn a new topic. It is about offers and suggestions. I know that all of you have already been familiar with the offers and suggestions because it is commonly used, or we can commonly hear it with by the daily conversations we have with the other people we see each day at home, outside the house, at school, and everywhere. So I hope all of you by the end of this class will be able to identify the structure of the text by completing the table of the offers and suggestions and be able to compose the text of offers and suggestions by answering multiple choice questions by the end of the discussion. So before we begin, I want to ask you some couple of questions. Have you ever given any suggestions or offer to other people? If there is any, you may share it.
Me, ma'am. I have
Okay. What is it, Nawal?
offering help to someone, I guess.
Very good example. How about responding? Or how about do you ever receive any suggestions from the other people?
Yes, ma'am. I have.
What kind of suggestions or offer? Do you mind?
I don't remember, ma'am.
It's alright. We will discuss it later on by the presentation. So our topic for today is offers and suggestions. Have you ever heard of it? Since all of you have already been familiar, maybe one or some of you have known what is offers and suggestions.
Yes, Miss.
Good. Now I will share screen and explain about the material. Let me show you the can you see my screen, students?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
There. Is it visible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. It's
Miss.
clear.
Okay. Offers and suggestions. Offer means to give something physical or abstract to someone which can be taken as a gift or a trade. By offering help or service is an expression used to help or offer some assistance or help for someone else. So here are the examples on how to express offer. There are two kinds of expressing offer. First is the formal one, and then the second is the informal. So here are the list of the formal expressions of offer. First is do you have any suggestions for me? Would you like something to? Would you like to? Could I offer you? And so on. On the informal one, what can I get for you? Won't you have something? Have some? And so on. And here's the list of how to respond to an offer. So just like on the previous part, there's two kind on how to respond to an offer. First is the on how you accept, and then on the second one is when you want to refuse or decline an offer. Here are the list. First is yes, please. Thank you. I'd like it very much. Thank you. I would, and so on. For the refusing or declining, there's no thanks. Not for me. Thanks. No, I really won't. Thank you. And so on.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but the screen is not moving in my screen. I don't know about the others.
Can you see it now? How about now? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
So here's how to express offers examples. The first one is the formal dialogue, and then the second one will be the informal dialogue. I need two pairs to perform the dialogue. Is there
May I, Miss?
okay, Rizda? Who's your pair?
Aliska.
Alright. You may start the dialogue. Both of the dialogue will be performed by the two of you. Is that alright with the two of you?
All right, Miss.
Okay, you may start from the formal dialogue and then on the informal dialogue.
All right. Yeah, Aliska, you can start. Yes. Can I get you iced tea to drink? Yes, that would be nice. Thank you. And then for the informal dialogue, are you up for some dinner? Hey, thanks. What's on the menu? What about something to drink? Sure. What about some coffee? I like it very much.
Excellent. Now, uh, let's move the next part. Thank you for doing the dialogue, Rista and Adiska. And here's for the responding to offers an example. I will read it by myself. For the accepting, by Sekar, may I get you something to drink? Yes, I'd love to get some tea. Would you like me to get you some food? That would be nice, thank you. For refusing and declining, here's the dialogue example. Would you like some cookies? Thank you, but I'm on a diet. How about a cup of tea? I'd like to have a cup of tea. Unfortunately, I'm late for a meeting. So here's the examples for responding and suggesting offers. Now let's move on to suggestion. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes, miss.
Okay, good. Suggestions or suggest means to present a suggestions that is introduced or propose an idea or a plan for consideration. A suggestion is an expression or writing about what someone should do. So this functions is to advise someone about something, to propose an idea or a plan to be considered by people. So here's the examples or how to express suggestions. So there's two parts. First is the asking for suggestion, and then the second is giving suggestions. For asking suggestions, Do you have any suggestions for me? Would you mind giving me your suggestions? Can you tell me what I should do and what should I do? For giving suggestions, there are formulas to follow. First is you should plus verb 1, then you had better plus verb 1, you ought to verb plus verb 1. I suggest you to plus verb 1. How about plus verb ing or the gerund? Let's plus verb satu. Why don't you plus verb satu? Couldn't you plus verb satu? And what about plus the verb in? So here's the list for how to respond to suggestions. Just like on the previous part, there's two parts. First is accepting suggestion, and then second is refusing suggestion. When we want to respond to a suggestions, it's either we accept the suggestion or refuse to someone's suggestion. So here's the list of how you accept suggestion. There will be sure, okay, yes, I'd like to, yes, I'd love to, and so on. On how to refuse suggestions, there's no, let's not. No, I'd rather not. I don't feel like it. I dislike your suggestions, and so on. So here's the examples of expressing suggestions. First is giving suggestions with could. So the case would be, what should we do tomorrow? So the suggestions are, we could go on a picnic and we could go to Yulia's party. The second is giving suggestions with why don't sentence. Why don't we go to a movie? So it is in the context of the sentence. So why do not we go or let's go? Why don't you come around 8? In the context of that sentence means I suggest you to come around 8. For responding to suggestion examples, here are two examples. First is the verb suggest can be followed by either A, should plus verb. For example, I suggest that we should go to the library. Second, a verb in the subjunctive form. For example, I suggest that we go to the library. Second is that, which is optional. So I suggest that we should visit London. So in another form, you can suggest without using that. I suggest we should visit London. So that's the end of the presentation. Now that we are done with the discussion, let's do some activities. I will share screen you the activity about offers and suggestions. Can you see my screen, students?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
So this is what we're going to do today. You will work in groups and then you have to identify the structure of the offer and suggestions text by completing the table that is shown on the screen right now. So take a look at the screen and ask if you have any questions regarding today's activity. I will give you 15 minutes to finish and complete the table with your group. I will make a breakout room for everyone to discuss the activity by your group. Let me make breakout rooms first. It seems that I cannot find the breakout room. Do you students know where I can find the breakout rooms on the screen? Anyway, it will take too much time. I will just share it on our group, and then you may form your group and open the file, which I will send right now. Alright, time is up. I hope all of you have already finished. Kindly submit your work on Simari and I'll open it for you. Whoever wants to start may start the presentation. I'll let you share your I will share your answer on the screen. I will get it from the Simari. Let me take it from the Simari first. Alright, group 1, you may now start presenting your answers.
All right, thank you, Miss. So, my partner is Delphi. We will do the dialogue one. Delphi, are you ready?
Yes, Trista, I'm ready.
Yes, so for the dialogue. Hi, John.
Hi, Jen. What are you doing?
Nothing much. Would you like to go to movies?
I would love to, but not right now.
How about in the afternoon?
Great. What movie do you want to watch?
Let's watch Ring.
I would rather not. I'm not much into horror movies. How about Peanuts?
Okay, let's go. When do you want to go?
At 4 o'clock.
It sounds good. Okay, see you then.
Okay, see you.
All right. For the topic of the dialogue is going out to watch movies, and then sentence structures of suggestion. How about uh, in the afternoon? The language features of suggestion. How about blah blah blah? Sentence structures of offering. Would you like to go to movies? And then the language features of offering. Would you like blah blah blah? Delphi will continue the presentation.
All right, Krista. And for accepting suggestion is great. The, the declining suggestion, I would rather not. I'm not much into horror movies. And for accepting offer is it sounds good. Okay, see you then. And the last declining offer is I would love to, but not right now.
Very nice presentation, group 1. Now let's continue with group 2. Let me share your answer. Okay, group 2, you may now start presenting your answers.
All right, Miss. So for our group, we are consist of 3, Adiska, Altea, and I. And for the dialogue, will be read by me and Adiska. I will play as Tigor and Adiska as Tias. Tias, you look pale. Are you all right?
No, I'm not. I'm dizzy.
You should have a rest in the medical room.
I have had a rest in the medical room, but I'm so dizzy.
I suggest you go home, then see a doctor.
You're right.
Please have a rest, and I will inform Mr. Danang so he can call your mother to fetch you.
Okay, thank you, Tigor.
You're welcome.
For the topic of the dialogue, a friend who is sick. For the sentence structures of suggestions, I suggest you go home, then see a doctor. For the language features of suggestion, I suggest blah blah blah.
Okay, and then for number 4, for the sentence structures of offering, please have a rest and I will inform Mr. Danang so he can call your mother to fetch you. And then for the language feature of offering is I will plus verb blah blah blah. And then for accepting suggestion, you are right.
And the next one, for declining suggestion, there is none. For accepting over is okay, thank you, Tigor. And for the last one, which is declining over, there is none. That's all from us, Miss.
Very good, group 2, and very good, class. You have accomplished perfectly the task. Now let's have another activity to identify text carefully and find information about offer and suggestions from the given choices. This activity will be different from the one that you previously answered. I'll give you 10 minutes to answer the questions, the 10 questions which has multiple answers to choose for you to choose, and later we will answer it all together. Let me stop share this first. Let me send the file on the group and you may open it by yourself. I'll give you 10 minutes to answer the questions, and then I will remind you if the time is already up.
All right,
All right.
ma'am.
And it seems that all of you have finished the task. So now let's find the answers. Let me share screens the, the question. Can you see my screen, students?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So on the instruction, it is instructed that from questions 1 to 5, it refers to the following incomplete dialogues. So for clauses or sentences marked A, B, C, or D are given beneath each dialogue. You have to choose the one clause or sentence that best completes the dialogue. So let's start at number 1. Who wants to answer number 1? Anyone?
May I, Miss?
Sure, Rizda.
For the
Dialogue
number
first.
one,
State.
oh yes. Hi Dean, what's your plan after graduating? I want to apply for a job. Do you have any advice? So the answer is letter B. Write your CV and visit the employment agency.
Very good, Rizda. Your answer is right. Now let's move on to number 2. Anyone who wants to answer?
May I, miss?
Sure.
Okay, so number 2, I submitted my essay to the teacher a few days ago, but I haven't received any response from her. The answer is C. Why don't you go and ask her?
Right. Your answer is correct. Now, number 3.
May I, miss?
Sure, Adiska. You may now start.
Hi Anna, what's up? I saw you at the prom. You look so slim. I want to lose weight too. How can I do it? And the answer is letter B. I found that a brisk walk every lunchtime helped me to lose weight.
Very good, Adiska. Excellent answer. Your answer is definitely right. Number 4.
May I, miss?
Who was it?
Althea, miss.
Alright, Althea, go on.
Hey, you look confused. What's up? My friend asked for money. What would you do? What would you give? Would you give it to him? And my answer is letter C. Find out what he needs the money for.
Right, Althea. Number 5.
May I, miss?
Alright, Delphi. What's your answer?
Until now, I haven't found any decent place to live in. And the answer is C. I don't mind sharing my flat with you.
Very good, student. It seems that you already understood our topic. Your answers from 1 to 5 are all correct. Now let's continue from 6 to 10. We're almost finished with the questions. Let's continue. Let me answer number 6 for you. For number 6, the dialogue is, I have a lot of work to finish. I don't know how I will manage. Blank, half of it if you want. So there are 4 answers that I need to choose. Which one is the correct one? So number 6, the correct one or the most suitable answer is letter A, which is I will help you with half of it if you want. Now continue on the next number. Number 7, anyone?
May I, miss?
Sure.
So blah 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 to carry these books to your room, sir. No thanks, I can do it myself. And the answer is letter D. Can you help? Oh, I'm sorry. May I help you?
Very good. Your first answer was you almost got the wrong answer.
I'm sorry, miss.
Correct. You heard yourself. Very good. Now let's continue the rest of the questions and answers on the next meeting because our time is almost done. It is almost finished. But before I end the class, does anyone who wants to conclude about what we have learned today?
May I, miss?
Sila ka rin.
Yeah. So what we have learned today is about suggestion and offer. We learn the expression, and then we also learn the way to accept and to decline it. I think that's all, ma'am.
Very good. Anyone else? How about the structure? Can you give me an example of offer and how to respond?
For the example of offer and how to respond, would you like something to blah blah blah? And the respond, I like it very much.
Excellent, Rizda. Last one. How about suggestion? Is there anyone who can give me an example of suggestion and then on how to respond suggestion?
May I,
Um,
Miss?
oh,
Okay. Uh, let Adiska answer this one.
Okay, thank you, Noel. So the suggestion is, why don't we go to a movie? And then the response is that sounds like a good idea.
Magnificent students, that's all for today. And I hope that you have learned a lot from today's topic. Thank you for your attention and good morning. See you next week.
good
Thank you, Miss.
morning. Thank you,
Thank
Miss.
you, Miss. Have a nice day.
Have a
See
nice day.
you.
Have a nice day too, students.